Hey everybody, it's me, Rodney.
It's me, Missy.
And today we're going to be showing y'all some of our finds this week and showing off some of our new decoupage papers. I'll let Missy explain more of that in detail. Hopefully everybody had a good day, even though it was one of those crazy weather days. Hopefully nobody got frozen or snowed in.
So yeah, we had a lot of icy snow and all that stuff here where we live. So it's cold and it was not fun. Sassy went outside and she fell a couple of times and that was not fun. But, and obviously we didn't go to the store today and open up because of the weather and the road conditions. So we were able to stay home and get some stuff done, which was all right. I'm not going to complain. It was cold. It's cold.
You actually got a lot of stuff done today.
I did. Well, you want me to start off with our, what's on the website?
Let's show them our new decoupage papers.
Can I put this here?
Yeah.
Okay, the new decoupage papers.
I'm going to switch the overhead so I can just see it.
So you want to do it this way?
A lot clearer, yeah.
Okay, so these are available on our website. You can get it in a 5-pack.
Yep.
Or you can buy them individually. It's up to you. So there's this one. I think is very pretty with the birds, very spring. Here's some florals on top of music notes, which I might have it upside down, but no.
No, you got it.
No, I got it. Okay. That's very pretty. I love these. I love the colors of these, all the pastels. And then this one I really like. I like the black and white. What do you call that?
That is a sepia tone.
Yes, that's it. That's what I was trying to think of. I think this one's really pretty. And again, this one I like the pastel colors with the script behind it. And then this one I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like them. It's muted. I like that. So again, you can get these in a 5-pack. There's actually 6.
Yeah, the bird's not part of the 5-pack.
Okay, the bird is not part of the 5-pack. That's right. Okay, so the florals is a 5-pack. You can get a 5-pack, or you can order them individually how you want. And then this guy is just new.
Yeah, I just added an extra. I finished drawing him, so I added him onto the website today.
Right. So a 5-pack is how much?
A 5-pack is $18.95.
$18.95. You get a 5-pack, or individual is
$3.95.
$3.95. That's right.
They're full color images, except for the black and white sepia tone. You'll most definitely need a white base to go behind
white background definitely on this one for sure, but it's very pretty. You could go white, buttercream, or drop cloth with this one for the background. Any of those colors would work.
I like them.
I do too.
All right, and if you haven't already signed up for the Decoupage of the Month Club, Missy's going to show you guys the Decoupage of the Month Club papers.
Okay,
for
so
this month. This is for January.
Yeah, January's Decoupage of the Month Club papers are the bunnies. So there's this one. This bunny with the music notes. This bunny in a basket of fruit.
I think he's cute.
I do too.
The cutest one's coming though.
And this guy is just in some foliage on top of music notes. And then this guy, he's super cute. I love all the colors.
I like him the most. He's cute. All right, so Jesse said he's on call. He'll be around until the alarms start going off on sewer lift stations. Power keeps getting interrupted at his job site. Tamitha said it's 8 degrees and we ended up with 9 inches of snow, but excited to see you guys live tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't get 9 inches of snow. That would have been terrible.
It's kind of the perk of going live at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if you're
on the store for that one.
Yeah.
Jamie says she's ready to watch you make some beautiful things.
Oh, okay, yeah. I do have a couple of things that I'm going to paint up tonight. They're not nothing big, but they definitely need a makeover, so I'll be excited to show you those. Let me show you what's live on the website first.
Tam said these are so pretty. Kathy did a heart smiley face, and she said that I did a good job with those bunnies. Thanks, Tam.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes, very much. Okay, so these, I'm going to let Rodney. Yeah, I'm going to let Rodney tell you these.
Tell them those.
They're gorgeous.
Okay, so that is a set of peach pink iced tea glasses by Fostoria. So they're vintage. They're pretty old.
Right.
We got those, and they're pretty awesome. I didn't realize how much they were worth when we got them, but yeah, they're pretty cool.
They're so pretty. The color is very pretty in these. So if you're a glassware person and you don't have these in your collection, these would definitely be something to add. We only have 6 of them. They're heavy. There's no chips or anything in these.
They're free of chips, nicks, cracks, and straw marks.
Very pretty though. And so these are available on our website.
Yep, at rustyrelicks.com. They're $50.
Yep.
That's what we have them listed for.
So yeah, these are gorgeous.
And I'll put a link in the description later after the video, because I wasn't able to get all these.
Are you gonna put them that way?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's my fault. I'm supposed to put them somewhere else.
I don't want them to get messed up or anything. They're just, oh, they're so pretty.
And they're actually pretty sturdy feeling.
They are. They're really heavy. They're not light at all.
Now, if they had been Whitehall tumblers, they would have been staying with us. They wouldn't have been getting listed.
That's right. Okay, so these are the Desert Rose.
Desert Rose Franciscan.
Okay, so they're not the vintage ones, but these are newer, but they are brand new. They still have the original stickers on them.
Yeah, yep.
That they came with. There's no chips or cracks or anything in these. These are in really good condition. These are dishwasher, freezer, and microwave safe, just in case you wanted to know that. But we are selling these, and as a set of 6, they're listed on the website for
$36.
$36, and you get all 6 of them. Very pretty.
She really likes Desert Rose.
I do like Desert Rose. I don't have any. It always catches my eye, and I like it a lot. I think these would be pretty just on display in a china cabinet or something like that, especially in the springtime.
Well, since these aren't the really old ones and they're microwave safe, you could actually use these.
Actually use them. Okay, so we do have 3 blue jars. Okay, so this one is the Ball Ideal one. It doesn't have the lid or the wire on it, but other than that, it's in really good condition.
We listed it for $15.
This one's $15. The Atlas does have the wire handle with a lid on it. Now I will say that the wire on it is rusty. If I can get it, there we go. So it is original patina character, and then there's the lid.
And it's not as rare as the Ideal, so it's listed at $10.
Yeah, this one's $10. Still very pretty though. And then this is just a Ball Perfect Mason jar.
And it's $10 as well.
It's $10 as well, and they are in good condition. So I like to use these, especially in the springtime, and put flowers and florals and stuff in them. They're really pretty.
Donna said that her grandmother had the vintage Franciscan Desert Rose.
Now, I do have a vendor that has some of the vintage Desert Rose in the store, and he's actually... if you follow us on Facebook and you've watched either a reel or a photo, I'm not quite sure if I've posted it in photos or not, but he brought in the English ivy plates, cups, platters, and stuff. Oh, it is gorgeous.
That's also made by Franciscan.
Yeah, so if that is something that you're looking for, you can always send us a message on Facebook, and I can take pictures and give you prices and stuff like that, because we can ship that. We just don't put our vendor stuff on our website because it's too complicated.
Yeah, it's a huge logistical issue.
It's huge. So, but anytime you're on our Facebook page and you see anything that we've posted, you can always message us, because we do ship most items.
Donna says she saw that the other day when she was in the store.
Yes, it's beautiful. I like it a lot. And
Donna from Missouri just got on and said, "Hey,
hi.
I bet it snowed where you're from, didn't it?"
Yeah, I bet so.
We got ice, you got snow.
Yeah. Okay, so this jar has a pig on it, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it that good, but he's got a pig on the front.
Oh, here, I'll drop it back into the Let me drop it back in the top-down view so you guys can see this a little bit better. Oh, you still can't see it that better.
You really can't. It's a pig with a pail that has food on it.
Yep.
And then on the back it says, "Pig, clean your finger before you point at my spots."
Yeah.
I don't know anything on this, and we researched and we couldn't find anything on it, but I just thought it was really funny and I thought it was different. I like stuff like this that you don't randomly, that you don't see. It's not common. I've never seen it. And it does have the marks on the bottom as CB.
I think that's Clevenger Brothers.
It
if
could
I'm not
be.
mistaken, that's who made that, based on the markings on the bottom.
Yeah, based off that and the shape of the bottle and everything, that's what kind of makes you, but we couldn't find it anywhere. It has the natural air bubbles in the glass. No chips, no cracks, no anything like that. I don't know, it's just a fun piece. It's unusual. So if you know anything about it, definitely let us know. I'd be curious. But clean your finger before you point at my spots, pig. I don't know. But it's listed on the website.
Yep.
For
Oh, I'm sorry. I was responding to it's $25.
$25.
They're like $50 and $60 on eBay. The ones that we can find. But I figured that was a good price point, $25.
Well, we couldn't find this exact one.
I did find that one.
Did you
eBay,
find this
yeah.
exact one? Okay.
And he thought the same thing, that was going to be
Yeah.
Clevenger Brothers, which is what I thought when I saw it. That's
When
why
I
we
saw
went
the
ahead and
CB,
grabbed it.
that's-
We was like, oh,
Yeah.
Clevenger Brothers.
Okay. I also have this guy listed online. Which camera do you have me on?
Top
This
down.
one?
And I'll put you back on front view.
Yeah. I just thought it's cute. It's a Russ.
Yeah.
And then it's signed, of course, by the artist of this. It's cute.
I forgot what the artist's name was.
You can put, I think it would be cute on the disc. You could put pins in it. You could put a plant in it. I thought that would be cute. Or you could just, use it on your mug rack. I like it.
I think it was George. George something was the actual artist. Or something George. Anyways, he's $14.99 online.
He's listed on our website, $14.99.
Donna got her bunnies today. She said they're so cute. I told her
Oh,
thank you so much.
yay.
Donna Mosley said that was funny. Lance Thornton said, hey Lance.
Hey, Lance.
And Donna said ice and snow wind chill 30 degrees below. Holy cow.
No, thank you. It's cold outside.
And then the Clack Shack's on. He said, what's
Clack.
up? Riding in Mississippi.
Hey, Clack. Okay, so that's this. You posted this on the website?
Yes.
This is on the website. I was working on this piece on the live the other day.
Yep.
I painted it, and then but I didn't get to finish it. Well, I painted it with another coat of gravel road, and then I white glazed it. So it's just
We just put it on there for 15.
yeah, it's just a little decor piece. But that's it.
It turned out pretty cool.
I like it.
I think she did a pretty
I like
good
how
job
the
on
white
it.
glaze is in it and gives it that old look.
Glaze really gets down into the
We're gonna play with some glaze
nooks
tonight.
and gives a better result.
So let me show you a few things that we did run across this past week that's not on our website but will be at the store. So if you shop in our store, you'll be seeing these come in soon. I got to do some work to them, but they'll be coming in soon. Okay, so this plant.
Yep.
Can you see it? I love those orange colors, but I'm not a fan of the color of the pot, so I'm definitely going to be painting this pot. It has butterflies on the side, and I think you really can't see them. I don't think they stand out, so I'm definitely going to be painting this pot, I think, in like drop cloth and then maybe dark waxing it or something like that, and then especially around these butterflies so that they can pop. And maybe add a little bit more moss into the inside. But the flowers part, they're really good and pretty. So I like this. So you'll see this coming to the store soon.
Jamie said that the finial turned out cute.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. This wooden tray is heavy. And look at all that wood.
So it's got a lot of Paduke. It's got a mixture of mahogany mixed in with the Paduke. And I think that's 2 pieces of bloodwood. I think it could just be darker Purdue.
Right.
But most of it's Purdue and a little bit of mahogany.
I'm not doing anything to this tray. I'm straight up. I'm just gonna refresh it with a little bit of wax and put it in the store. It says on the back of it, it says wipe with a soft cloth. It's heavy, but
Yeah,
I think it's
heavy.
I love it. I think it's beautiful. So you'll see that at the store soon.
Donna said that tray is beautiful.
It's very beautiful. It's very heavy.
Also, real quick, guys, in case there's a delay in the time that you ask that you post something in the chat and the time that we answer it, it's because our latency is low instead of ultra low. Usually I run it in ultra low, but I realized when we went live tonight that I accidentally hit low. So there's a little bit of time gap. So I apologize for the inconvenience.
All right. I also found these little trunks, and I think these would be cute. I definitely want to see if I can decoupage this, just the lid of it, and then this one too. I think it would be fun to paint and decoupage it. Maybe make it more of a grunge style, or maybe just something. I like it.
This looks like that box my mom gave me.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom gave me a little box like that with a wooden watch.
Yeah.
It's on a wood band and everything. It was my Christmas present, but she didn't get a chance to give it to me.
Yes.
But I got it.
Yep. So I got these. So these are going to come up. I'm going to do something fun with these. And then I got all of these. I got one more. These are those that you know, shelves things, sconces, and this one is an old home interior one that you can put a floral in it, or a flower or greenery in it. So my next furniture piece that I'm going to work on is that French provincial type look, and I've already got the colors picked out for it, and I really would like to paint these up to kind of stage with that table and to kind of go with that. So that's my plans for these. So you'll see these in the store soon. And then,
I can't wait to see what she does with this thing.
Yeah, I was kind of like, but Rodney got it. Somebody's already done some kind of artwork on it.
But it'll be perfect for her to put a full sheet of decoupage paper on.
Something on there.
Like, last time she did some transfers with some cows. It was really cool.
I might do another transfer on it just for the simple fact that it has these creases in it. I don't know. Or I'll do something with it. But that's the lid. Well, other than that, definitely I'm going to do something with it. But
we'll do a video on this one because I think it'll be a good process to show off.
So that's these. So these will be getting a second chance, and I got it.
Oh, we got it. All right, now show them what you're going to do tonight.
Head into the store. I got one more thing.
Oh, one more thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
This was
My
your
favorite
thing. This thing right here.
So if you guys don't know, I have a bunch of old lunch boxes. And this is an old lunch box. But it's been through the ringer. Somebody put duct tape all over it.
It's got duct tape all over it.
Graffiti.
Somebody wrote Jeff on it. Keep out private property. It's rough, but when you open it up, it still has the thermos thing in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
And it's in really good condition on the inside.
Yeah.
So.
He got really excited when he found it. And I was like, well, it's just duct tape, so you can definitely get that off, but it'll need
some sandblasting or
it'll
something.
need something.
Got
But
somebody with a sandblasting cabinet.
this is definitely a Rodney project for sure.
Clack, I saw you got a new CNC router. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to break the conversation.
No, that's fine. Yep. Okay, so that's all we got as far as that goes, but I have a load of stuff to take to the store.
Yeah.
A load of stuff, but the weather is what's holding me back from. I've got furniture, a chair, small.
We got finished
pillows.
pieces.
I've got all kinds of stuff that will go to the store.
But you can't risk it getting wet.
Mm-hmm. So my booths at the store will definitely be getting a refresh real soon. So keep your eyes out for that. Okay, so these are the other things that I got. I did this one up already, and the reason why I chose these colors is because this is the colors that I'm kind of wanting to go for with that table, so I just wanted to play with them.
Let me go overhead.
It's sandbar and drop cloth with a little bit of dark wax and a little bit of gold gilding wax. So this one's done. I would like it if Rodney built me a wooden frame to go around it, and so that way it would sit. Because I like to use these things like in bookshelves and stuff like that as to just add texture to the back of stuff or depth, you know, that kind of thing. So that's why I like, whenever I can find these, I like picking these up to redo them. This is one I've already done, but this is what they look like before. So this one was like that, except for it was like this yellow and this gold. So these we're going to do up tonight. And play with some different colors.
And the key with these is to make sure you clean them really good.
Right. So I wiped these down really good with just a straight up rubbing alcohol. And I made sure that I got into all of the grooves and stuff like that to make sure that they were nice and clean and prepped up. But yeah, so if you have any of these laying around your house that you don't use anymore, but you want to give it a new life, that's what we're fixing to do tonight. And plus, if you're new to chalk painting, or if you've never really messed with it, stuff like this is really good to get a feel for how the chalk paint works and stuff like that. So never turn your back on little stuff like this, because you can get these for nothing, and they're good project pieces to just play with the colors and the different products and stuff like that.
Yep. And it's better than practice on a piece of blank wood, because a piece of blank wood it'll soak up your chalk paint.
It will. So this is why I like stuff like this. Plus, I mean, again, like I said, on bookshelves or china cabinets or anything like that has just like a basic background that has nothing to it. When you set one of these behind something, it just adds a visual texture to it, and it's what makes it nice and appealing.
Donna, they're made out of metal.
Yeah, these are just straight metal.
Yeah, just painted metal. The good thing is it's painted, so we don't have to worry about trying to stick it and all that good stuff.
We just ran into the thrift store one day just to see what they had, and these three were laying on the shelf, so I snagged them up. Just because they're fun. They're fun to play with, and they're easy to, if you don't like it, it's okay. You didn't waste a bunch of product, but you can go over it again. They're just good things to start out with the chalk paint. So if you haven't
to practice on.
To practice on, yeah.
Hey Sandy, how are you doing today? Sandy Peppers has hopped on.
All right, so we're gonna go with two different colors tonight, because I like to paint these up individually and break them up. I don't even know if they're all supposed to go together or not, or if there was more to it. This is just what I could get. So the first one we're gonna go with, I painted in antebellum blue a couple of weeks ago or so. So I'm just going to do one antebellum blue, and then I think I'm going to paint another one vintage duck egg. Those are the colors that I grabbed tonight. So we'll start with this one.
And the neat thing is that there's a lot of grooves and crevices in it, and then when Missy goes to glaze it or dark wax it or whatever it is that she's going to do tonight, it gives you something. When you mess with them, I mean, it gives you something to practice on with the other stuff. Staying warm and hoping y'all are the same.
I knew it was going to do it.
Yeah, we stayed warm for most of the day until our AC unit decided to go into auxiliary mode on our heater, and then it flipped our breaker. I don't know why that happens. I need to get an AC guy out here to take a look at it.
And it's only going to happen when it's freezing cold.
Yep. Every time it drops below 30, we're going to have that problem.
Every time.
So then we have to heat the house from whatever degree it fell to all the way back up to 68, because we can't get it above 68 because then our auxiliary cuts on automatically. But we do have a backup propane heater in the living room, so that's always a positive. I was worried the power was going to go out, honestly, and so we got the generator ready, because I bought it a couple of years ago when the power went out for those days and days that it was out.
Right.
After those big storms knocked all those trees down.
See how already it looks different?
Yeah.
just putting a different color on it. And another thing I like about painting stuff like this is that it turns it into a more unique piece. It's one of a kind. So that means after you've painted it, that means unless somebody went and painted it the same color you did, nobody else is going to have this decor piece in their house. And I'm also just using the the zebra round brush for this. There's something on it. I bet that's what was blocking my paint. And I couldn't find it.
The little hard piece that dries on the end.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I just found it.
Sandy said that blue is truly beautiful.
It is. It dries really pretty too.
Yeah, it's like a greenish bluish when it's dry. It's one of those unique colors depending on the light and the angle that you're looking at it.
Right. I like it. I think it's a moody color. I like it.
She likes moody colors. That's her whole theme this year is moody spring.
Yeah.
So some of our decoupage papers that'll come out are going to be moody spring. That's what she wants me to do.
Yeah, the moody spring.
But I'm more of a springy, cheerful, happy spring.
We have two different decor styles in this house.
That's why the papers look a little bit different.
Yeah.
Although I did pretty good with those couple birds.
Right.
As far as moody goes.
So that's one coat.
One coat coverage.
One coat.
On that. That's really good.
There's a good possibility I won't even have to go over it again. We'll see. But that's how easy that is.
And that's just right up her alley.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. Hopefully it'll dry pretty quick. It should dry while she's painting the other one.
If not, I have a heat gun. Let me slide this to the front. I'm actually gonna go get a Ziploc bag to put this in just in case I do have to do 2 coats. I thought I had one over here.
Just in case you guys don't know, she's gonna put her brush in the Ziploc bag with a little bit of dampness to keep the brush from drying out.
Let me
for
grab
the paint
one
from
real
drying
quick.
on the brush. It's a really good technique. You do that. You can put it in a paper towel that's damp and fold it up and put it in a refrigerator. All of those things will keep your paint from getting hard on your paintbrush, so you can just go back to using it.
Just in case I have to do it one more time or touch it up or anything like that, this will allow me to.
And the brush she's using today is the round
brush.
zebra brush.
So this is my other piece. And then I have vintage duck egg.
That's one of my favorite colors.
I have it in the batter bottle, so I don't know if you can really see how good it is in here, but
They'll see it when you throw it on there.
yeah. This one is just a lighter spring color.
I love vintage duck egg. It reminds me of those eggs that Easter eggers lay.
Yeah.
Those Easter egger chickens. She's always wanted Easter egger chickens.
Yeah. Not now, but
Yeah, back in the day.
back in the day when I had
Our chickens ran away and lived in somebody else's coop.
They live in their neighbor's
Yep.
barn that's heated and everything.
Climate controlled.
They got a boyfriend because she had a rooster, and we didn't have any roosters, and they just took up with that rooster, and they just left us.
It was kind of so funny.
It was. She would send me pictures of my girls over there hanging out. I was like, well.
They found them a man and a new
I
barn.
knew, yeah, they left us.
Sounds like a country song, don't
Yeah.
it?
They still come down here, like we see them all the time, but when that sun goes to set, he herds them back up to the coop up
Sandy
there.
said, lol, they moved uptown.
They did. And the crazy thing is that we had built them a mansion of a chicken coop, way too big.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then they straight up just left us. But my feelings are not that hurt because that's one less chore I gotta do.
Kimberly Miller just subscribed.
Hi, thank you.
Subscribe to our channel. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
So Tuesday videos, just in case anybody's new or y'all don't know what's going on with the Tuesday videos, we do those. It's kind of like we're going to show you our finds of the week that we're going to take into the store that we're going to put online. And then we do a lot of talking. Obviously, I talk a lot. Missy says I love to talk. Because I said, before the video, I said, I'm just going to let you talk this one through. And she's like, no, you're not.
No.
You talk a lot.
You're going to do all the talking. It's fine. Yeah. He is the talker, and I am not the talker, especially if I'm focused on what I'm doing. Then I'm like, I'm not good at, it's like talking and texting. I can't talk and text at the same time either. If somebody's having a conversation with me and I'm texting, you might as well give that up. I have no clue what you said. I can't do, my brain can't function that way.
And unlike on Friday's lives, we focused on painting big stuff and a mixture of small stuff all at the same time. Yes. But on these, I'm just going to just do a couple of items.
So I like this color a lot.
I love duck egg. What do you guys think about duck egg?
It looks, so this one's very springish. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one.
Sandy said that color's awesome too.
Yeah, I like this color. It's a complete opposite of this color, but I'm trying to, oh, I touched it. It's okay.
Donna says she likes the color, Donna Noble.
Yeah. It's, trying to not touch it.
I think they both look really good.
Yeah, they do both look really good. So you could do these two together. You could actually, like if you wanted to do two, you could do these two together, or you could do these two together. Those two look good too.
She said, oh, I like them together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one I did sandbar.
Kathy said they look pretty together.
Yeah, I did. It's a sandbar color. This is the color that I'm going to paint that table. It's got a little bit of gilded wax in it. So there's a little bit of a gold flare to it. You can really see it in person more so than you can on camera. And then it has a little bit of dry brushing of drop cloth. And then I went over it with some dark wax to just give the image on here a little bit of shadow and stuff like that. So
that way it has a little bit of depth.
Depth, that's what I was going for. Yeah.
Jamie says sweet color.
Yeah. So there's a good possibility how I did this one. This is how I'm going to end up doing this one. For this one, I think I should just be able to glaze it and let the glaze get into all of the detail and then let that pop out.
Yep.
So I think this one will just be an easy, simple one. And this one I can actually do a little bit more.
Tam says she loves those colors. And Sandy said wall collage. I can see it.
Oh, yeah. I want to do a wall collage on somewhere. I don't know where in this house, but I would like to do one with trays, the vintage trays with the pictures and stuff like that. And I'm like, I have tons of trays in the back of the store. They're not silver or anything like that. They're
just generic
trays,
fake silver trays.
I'm like, I could actually do my own with a decoupage paper, especially those florals that you just did.
Yeah,
I could do just get 5 trays and do a whole arrangement of 5 trays.
Because I got a whole bunch of florals, and I worked on a whole bunch of florals. I got 5 florals done because I was fooling around with that bird a little too long.
We might have to do that. I think that would be fun. I might have to do that with y'all guys. Might have to. I actually could do that. We could do that on a live.
Yeah,
and then I could show all the papers
beforehand.
Yeah, we'd slick stick the trays.
Yeah.
The reason why we didn't have to slick stick these is because it wasn't shiny, and it already had grit to it. Is that what would you?
Yeah, it's because they painted it with an enamel paint.
Yeah,
so enamel paint's pretty easy to paint over as long as it's not a smooth, clear, a glossy finish.
Yeah.
You can go over it no problem.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't see me on that camera. You can go over it no problem as long as there's no smooth or glossy finish if it's an enamel paint.
So these weren't like that.
Brenda said she can't wait to see the 2 blue ones finished.
Yeah. I'm fixing to go hit both of these up with the heat gun real quick. so that I can do that.
Don't forget they're metal.
Yeah.
If you heat something up with a heat gun and it's metal, you might burn yourself. So be careful,
They're
guys.
metal, but they dry really fast, especially with the heat gun.
What's funny is I was told to be careful earlier today when I went outside because somebody told me the driveway was icy. So I go outside and I look at it. I think I'm good to go. And no, I couldn't see the ice. So the first thing that happened was I slipped and fell and busted my tail.
I told him, I said, because I got up earlier this morning than he did, and I let the dogs out. And that's when Sassy saw the white. That's when she got really excited because Sassy knows what snow is. She's played in it a couple of times.
Yeah.
So she was kind of excited, and it was a trick because it's not really snow, it's ice.
Yeah,
it's that deep freezer ice that you get on your deep freezer. That's what was all over the yard and all over the driveway. And as soon as she hit that corner, that foot just kept on going, and she just, it wasn't a hard fall.
Right.
But she's 13 and she's already had hip surgery.
Yep.
So it's nerve-wracking to see her go down like that on the concrete. And I was like, don't run, don't run, don't run.
But
she didn't listen. So she goes out there. And so I told him it's because she was wanting to go outside with him. And I was like, do not let her hit that corner because she will slip and go down every single time. And when he went outside, I was like, as soon as you step out of the carport, the concrete is ice. It's nothing but ice.
See,
he fell.
Donna
she
said
fell.
men never listen. Yeah, she fell. I fell.
Everybody
and I was
fell.
just going outside to make sure that none of the water spigots were froze up because we couldn't find our styrofoam thing that goes over the one beside the house. And I found it, or I didn't find it. Missy found it, gave it to me to put on there. But then I had to use a heat gun to heat it up to make sure that it wasn't frozen because water came out. But I was still iffy, so I heated up with a heat gun, see if it would start leaking from anywhere, and it didn't. So we were lucky on that one. Long story short, I got this styrofoam thing on there and took some ibuprofen for my wrist because that was, of course, the first thing that hit the ground. Donna said you should have got that on video.
I wish I would have.
I'm glad she didn't. You know, when all that snow hit in Alabama that time and everybody was abandoning their cars on the interstate, I made it home, luckily, because we let all of our guys go that were underneath us. And me and my boss stayed until everybody was gone, then we left. And I had to walk because we weren't prepared for it because they were saying, oh, it's going to be far south. And so we weren't prepared for it at all. And I had to walk a couple miles to the gas station to get some drinks and snacks and Vienna sausages and 2 cans of Spam. And that was not fun because I slipped and fell 3 times on that one. Luckily, on the way back, somebody in one of those side-by-sides with some chains on their tire picked me up and took me home. That was awesome. Here in San Antonio, it was 38 today, and my dogs refused to go outside. This is Brenda. I had to get the pee pads out. That would stink. You know, Cammie don't want to go out, and neither does Lily. But Lily's our Chihuahua, so we kind of have to be like, get on out there now. But Sassy, she don't mind. It's like she's a pup out. She thinks she's a pup out there in that. It's not like Missy said. It's like that the way deep freeze ice looks. That's what's on the ground, and that's what she was trying to play in. The snow in 2017, it was hilarious watching people try to drive. Was that 20? No. Was it 2017?
Before we went to Disney.
What year is it now?
What year is it now?
2024. Golly. I guess it was. Snowmageddon. I'll never forget it. I followed a big truck all the way from Birmingham to Calera and got off the interstate at Calera because I started sliding. The big truck was starting to slide, and I was like, oh, crud. So I took Highway 31 all the way to where we used to live at. My hubby went to work today, didn't work, begged with him to stay at home. He made it home safely, Sandy said. That is good news. when people get out on icy roads, it's always kind of scary.
Yeah.
Especially down here.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we don't salt the roads. We don't do nothing to clear them. I just learned the other day from somebody the reason why I wrecked my car a few years ago was because I didn't get out to knock the ice off the tires. I didn't even know you had to do that. So that was a new one on me.
I just needed to
The poor girl at McDonald's was so scared to drive home. I was driving all over the place. Good times. Damn. That's not good times for everybody. Man, I'll tell you, it was rough for me.
Okay, so these have one coat on them.
And they turned out good. That one's still a little damp.
Well,
right
I had to touch that one up right there just a little bit.
That's a good. You got a good
yeah,
coat.
that's
let
good.
me switch to overhead.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's some good coverage for one coat of both of these. So
Yeah,
I'm happy with it. This is a little bit wet right here where I just had to touch it up, so I'm not going to play with that one first. Okay, so this one. This is the one that I'm kind of like, I could go, I can do a couple of different things. I can dry brush on top of it with drop cloth and just let it hit these details. And then I could just do a touch here and there of like the gilding wax to give it that, just that little bit of sparkle. That one I'm going to white glaze for sure.
Right.
That one's a no-brainer with that color. I think it'll look really pretty. And then I can do, so that's what I'm going to do with this one. Okay, so this is drop cloth. It's,
Holy cow. Towns said TJ slid in the driveway last night and clipped the power pole. His first time driving in 7 inches of snow. His work would not let them go home till closing. Holy cow. I think protecting workers is one of the most important things. And I thought it when I worked at my other job. That was the first thing. Me and my boss stayed behind until we made sure all of our guys had left and had them contact us, tell them that they made it home safe because me and him actually lived the furthest. Everybody else lived pretty close. So me, Jimmy Swindle, and Glenn, all three stayed behind while everybody else went home. And it turned out that me, Jimmy, and Glenn lived the furthest away.
okay, so this is drop cloth, and that's just a paper
Good old
towel.
Food City, she said. Yeah, I think they were giving Piggly Wiggly here in town some grief because they weren't open today. But I can see why they're not. I mean, you're protecting your employees, you're protecting your customers by not tempting them to drive to your store.
That's what's most important.
People are the most important. That's the truest thing.
Okay, so my brush is pretty much dry. It's a little bit damp. But all I did was just put a little bit of paint on it, and I'm just kind of wiping it off. And then just no pressure. I'm just going across and letting it hit the high points.
Yeah, you can see it really good on camera.
Yeah.
That looks good. And this is called the dry brush technique.
Dry brush technique. So, and I'm going to kind of do the edges of it too. So that way it all kind of blends in. So very little paint, very little paint.
The store opened at 6 a.m. Needless to say, TJ did not go in at 6.
Goodness gracious.
That's good. And Sandy said, absolutely, I have peanut butter at home.
Mm-hmm.
We do too.
So that's
Skippy.
Can you see it really good? That's the
Yeah,
dry brush technique. So it makes all the details of it pop out.
So all your high points really, it just grabs the surface of the high points. Dry brushing is one of my favorite techniques, other than glazing. You can glaze one of two ways. You can use a glaze, or you can use a watered down paint and let it be a glaze, which that's more difficult because you have to control where that goes.
I don't really want to. Do I want to put gilding wax on this or no?
Missy, that's so nice. These colors are so beautiful and calming.
Vintage duck egg and drop cloth really do pair well together.
Yeah.
These two colors really do complement each other.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, your gilding wax, It's going to go on your
It's gonna
higher
be.
points,
It's
right?
gonna.
Or
Yeah,
is it going to go on your mid
you would
points?
just go on your higher points like that. You're just outlining like that, just
So then,
a touch right there.
yeah, I wouldn't do it then, unless you're going to do your mid points like right here or right here in between the low point and the high point. I wouldn't do it because then you're just covering up your dry brush that you just got done doing. You can put some here, maybe a little bit right here. This is my thinking. You do it however you want. That's just me. Rodney, would you go dark? Like dark on the dry brush? Donna said, we're not going to vote this week, question mark. Yeah, let's vote on it, guys. Should she put gold gilding wax on the highest points or the middle points?
If we're voting, we have to say the highest points. All I would want to do is take the gold gilding wax and touch like just the corners here, just highlighting. It's not going to, because it's not going to do all of it. It's only going to do bits and pieces of it.
To answer your question, Sandy, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go with a dry brush dark. What I would do instead was I would personally do something with the middle height with the gilding wax.
I refuse to vote.
Or I would go in with a watered down paint and get the very low points.
Hi, Judy.
The very lowest points down.
Love the way it
kind of
is.
Create a lot of contrast in between the two.
Okay,
'Cause right
so
now shadows are creating a contrast as opposed to the other.
well, okay, so if I don't have to do gilding wax, but I can use brown wax on it.
Deborah says she's just able to tune in. That looks awesome.
Thank you.
Tam said refuses to vote.
Refuse to vote. I saw that.
Love the way it is. Good,
No
good
vote.
evening,
Missy
Judy.
knows best.
Judy.
Okay.
Yes, if she doesn't like it, we can always paint over it again.
That's the
That's
thing.
it. Lola hit the nail on the head.
That's what I'm always saying when it comes to.
Melissa R said I'd do the gold. Sandy says she gets what I was saying.
No gold. I would try the gold. You know, here's the thing. Like, I can touch a little bit, little pieces of it with gold, and then even if I don't like it, if I go over it with a clear wax and then a dark wax and then just shadow a little bit here and there. No?
You need to be able to control where the wax is going to go. Like, you'd have to use a small brush and just get it like in here a little bit close to the edges. That way your midtones stay your midtones, your lights stay your lights, I think.
We have two different, we do two different things.
It's like drawing. If I was going to draw that or paint that in Photoshop.
So this piece right here, and I know it's really hard for y'all to see on camera, but there's a little bit of gold just touching around the edges, just touching, and it's got a little bit of dark wax on it and then buffed off.
Tamara said, we all know she's going to whip out the gold. And that's the gold looks really good against really dark colors, and you really can't see it contrast on the white colors, even if we change the angle.
You're gonna have to see this in person, because when you have it up against the wall and the lights hit it, you can see touches of gold.
Right.
That's what I'm saying to you.
I was gonna try to show it on the camera.
Yeah, you can't see it because I barely touched any of it with gold. That's the thing. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're going to clear wax this and we're going to dark wax it because that's what I want to do.
I thought you were going to do the gold.
No, I'm going to clear wax it and I'm going to dark wax it because that's what I want to do.
All right. See there, guys? Again, no vote. Kathy's right. No vote.
No
Missy
vote.
knows best.
Oh, man.
Donna said, see, I knew it.
Because I like it like this, but I think it needs a little bit of something onto it. Just a little bit. Just something. But I'm going to clear wax it first, though, because I need to be able to control the dark wax. And another good thing about dry brushing is that it dries really fast. This is definitely a piece that a clear wax brush would work with, but I don't know where mine's at. I can put gold on that one.
Yeah, you could, because it's dark. And it'll show
And
up.
then I could black wax it instead of
Sandy said, did you learn this through trial and error?
yes. When I started chalk painting long time ago. I started with my mother. We used to do stuff all the time, just different furniture pieces, smalls and picture frames and handmade signs and stuff like that. So we were just we just learned everything together. She had her style, I had my style. We just figured it out. But I have a tendency of and I'm not even gonna load. This is my brown wax brush, so it's just always got brown wax on it. I'm not even gonna load it. I'm just gonna work with what's already on it. So I'm almost like dry brushing the wax. So I'm just gonna go over it. And because it has the clear wax on it, I'll be able to control it.
Donna said that's the best way to learn.
Yeah, we just did. We just did different stuff. We had booths in a couple of different places together.
The good thing about laying down the clear wax first, guys, is that you can get it back off your highlights. So where she dry brushed the white on, she can get the brown off of it. Where
Right.
it looked like she was just painting right over the brown, right over the highlights, she can actually get it off.
I'm just getting it off, and I'm just kind of leaving it in the shadows. And I didn't even load no wax on this. I'm just using the wax that was already on the brush.
Lola says she likes that. It enhances the shadows. Sandy said that is good. That looks good.
You see?
Let me switch to overhead only. There you go.
Yeah, so the dark wax, it tones down a little bit of the vintage duck egg, but it also, it's okay. It's not great. Now, if I would have loaded this wax brush, then yeah, it might have really darkened it up. But I didn't load it. I just went with what was already on it. So once you make something your wax brush like this, it's your wax brush. Wax brush. And then if I want to darken it up a little bit more afterwards. So there's one.
Deborah said that really added dimension. It looks good.
Yeah, and there's
Tamsin
my
said
other one.
amazing how a little touch of this and that is a huge difference.
So that's just vintage duck egg, dry brush with drop cloth, clear waxed, and then a little bit of dark wax.
Sandy said that is artistry.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I like them though. So that's those two. Here's this one. Do y'all want to vote? Do you want to vote?
I want to see it glazed.
You want me to put glaze on it, or you want me to put gold gilding wax on it?
You can put glaze, because glaze goes in the dark spots and the lowest points in the valleys, and you can put gold gilding wax on the high points. It really is, your mediums.
Oh, Well,
That's what she said.
thank you. Thank you. Which way does this go? This is how it goes like that.
Yeah, so I mean, you can use your glaze.
Well, if I put glaze,
just to be in the valleys.
Yeah, if I use the glaze though, that's gonna brighten this up. It's not gonna make it dark. So if I keep it dark and then I do a little bit of the gold and then dark wax it.
No, I'm not talking about glazing the whole thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, like that. But it's really gonna change it. I just won't do no gold gilding wax. I'll just glaze it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so this is the whitewash glaze.
Yep, by Dixie Belle Paint Company. It's a good product. I love glazes. They're one of my favorite things to work with.
It's what I put on the candlesticks in our last live. It's also what I put on that
On this guy.
piece right there. Yeah. It's different than wax. It's liquid.
And you can actually put it where you want it to go and get it down in the little cracks if you just want it to be in the cracks. It's pretty simple. You don't have to brush it all over everything.
You don't.
Because if you brush it all over everything, you're going to end up changing the color of the entire piece.
But it will brighten this piece up, so let's just do it. It's best to work in small sections with the glaze. But for this piece, I think I'll be able to do the whole thing without having to worry about it.
Next week, guys, we start our tutorial series on how to exactly use each one of these products in detail. Each video will be its own product, and they'll be pretty short videos because a lot of the stuff is really easy once you understand the basic foundation of how to use it. And we'll start off with
that's my wax brush. Slick
White
stick.
Lightning and Slick Stick.
Yeah, because that's the first thing I gotta
So
do.
that's 2 different videos, 2 different products.
So you don't want it to dry. Then you just want to wipe it back. So it lightens it up.
Again, if you want to save your midtones, you don't have to brush the whole piece.
No, you can control it. And if you want it to be heavier, you can just paint it more. It is best to kind of stay wiping in one direction versus going side to side and then up and down. I do know that. And if you can keep the same pressure when you're wiping it off, that really works. So it just really mutes the color. And I'm going to go ahead and do the sides so I can make it all match.
Sandy said, my word, so good.
It's easy. Like I said, if you have anything like this or you run across anything like this and you haven't messed with chalk paint yet and you're just wanting to get the feel of it, pieces like this are really good to test out new products and stuff like that. Just to get the feel of it without being, it not being a big piece or it not being really scary. And then if you don't like it, it's okay. So that one's that.
Melissa said it's beautiful.
Thank you. And so I could still actually go on top of this with a little bit of gilded wax if I
Yeah,
wanted
because
to.
you could take your brush and wipe away some of the higher highlights there where it's like you see how that's darker? You do the same thing right there and right here, and then you could be able to gild and put some gilding wax on that without the white interfering with it.
Kind of need.
But if you want it to if you want your stuff just to go into little cracks, see the color change she's doing there by wiping away. When she puts her gilding wax on those spots, it's going to make it obvious that gilding wax is right there. It's going to look really, really good. Tina says sorry that she's late.
Hi, Tina.
I emailed you, Tina. I don't know if you saw it. We'll have it'll be Monday before we bring those into the store. And
Yeah, I'll for sure have them there Monday.
because we need to let that clear coat cure up really good. And with the humidity being so crazy, the clear coats stay soft a little bit longer. Then when she goes to put that gilding wax on there, it's gonna be plain as day over all the darkest spots. And you can use a tiny brush just to put the glaze in between your lowest points.
Let me see what, where is I might have left my tiny brush over there. I thought I grabbed it. The tiniest brush, right?
Like if you just want your glaze to go like right here in this crack, just use a tiny brush to get it in there and wipe it out with a cloth. And you can even feather it with the cloth as it goes in, kind of like you would with like on the video where I did the book and I faded all the colors into the one color. You can do the same thing.
Gilding wax is my favorite.
You can use a brush with gilding wax. You use your finger. It smells funny, so I like to use a glove. Missy, I think you're going to use a brush today.
I'm going to use a brush.
Okay.
Just so I can control. I mean, I could do that one with my finger easily, and that.
Lola said it looks like a piece from Pompeii. Tina said she did get my email, so that's good.
Good.
And Tina also asked, are the pieces ceramic? No, they're metal pieces.
These are just 3 metal tins.
They're wall hangers.
Wall hangers, yeah. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the gold gilding wax on my brush, and I am going to wipe it because I don't want any of that excess on there.
And that'll give her a very smooth result. Because if you get too much gilding wax on you, you won't get any smoothness.
I'm going to see, this is a angle brush. Might have to put a little bit, I might have wiped it.
You might want to push it forward just a tad, maybe, and to the right.
So I'm just going to use my brush, and I'm just going to brush.
I did zoom it in, though.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it going on good.
Yeah, I like that.
That's all it takes, guys, just to add that little flair to it.
Should I go right there? Just right here?
Just in the very darkest spot. And kind of fade it right there. Yeah, that looks good. Looks fantastic. Because you're using the gilding wax as kind of like a
highlight?
Almost like a highlight. Like that's the highest point on the thing, and the sun's shining from that direction and from behind it a little bit to add the gold gilding wax. So using gilding wax is kind of like a art form in itself. I like using it on my all my steampunk pieces. I use a lot of gilding wax.
It's very very easy to work with.
And it's easy to be too heavy-handed with it too.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much. Like you'll have this jar forever.
Yeah, we've had that same jar for a long time. As a matter of fact, it's got an original barcode on it, so I know that we've had this one for over 3 years.
Right.
Because now we use QR codes at the store for our barcode system instead of barcodes.
I'm just going to touch a little bit here.
I think it looks good. You're doing a good job.
And just kind of outlining it.
But yeah, it's easy to want to overkill that one.
I love gilding wax. Looks really good against black furniture.
Really good against black and coffee bean, dark brown.
If you have like handles that just need a little bit.
Oh yeah, the dresser video that we just posted the other day.
Yeah.
She did the handles in gold gilding wax on that too, because we couldn't get all the oxidation off the handles.
Yeah, they looked weird. Like they came out like a weird color no matter what I was cleaning them with. It just wasn't coming out right. But
if you can't get it clean with Bar Keeps or Peak,
yeah,
then it's oxidized too much.
So I just
Yeehaw, Pawpaw, I'm back. I got the poop moving in case you was wondering. 19 degrees smell the same as 91-degree ones.
So can you see a little bit of the gold?
Yeah, you can see it. You can probably hold it to the forward camera. Let me go main camera. We'll go main, hold it forward. It might be easier for them to see the gold, is it? Yeah. So move it, wave it back and forth. There you go. Can you guys see the gold gilding wax at the tips of the flower as it comes across? Yeah, I can see it. It looks pretty good. Now on my phone, I'll have to zoom in. Try to monitor the chat on my phone, so it's easier.
I mean, you can see it on this one, especially in person. You can see it.
Tina, we weren't closed because of snow. We were closed because of ice. We couldn't even get out of our driveway. It rained a lot in Jemison last night, and it froze. Tina said yes, they can see it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna.
Deborah said yes, you can see it. It's very subtle, but adds a lot.
It's just a touch, like.
And you can make it not subtle by heavy coating it on there.
Oh yeah.
We used to have a vendor who did she did curio cabinets, but she trimmed all her curio cabinets in gold gilding wax, no matter the color. And she would tape it off and everything and get it on there really thick. And it gave really fantastic results. So the more you go over it, the more gold you're going to leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
Missy's trying to control that by using the brush so she's not leaving a ton of gold behind.
Yeah, if you use your finger, you'll definitely. I just wanted to add a little bit to the design that's there. So it's not quite so basic, but
it's just hard to see it show up on that sandbar.
Yeah, but you can see it though, especially when the light hits it. See, you can see that. If you say you can't see it,
I can't see it.
I swear. If you say you can't see it,
I can't see it.
You can
hold
see
it up to that camera, see if they can see it, because the light's shining their direction. Now move it backwards and forth. No, I can't see it. I'm telling you, it's because it's against the light color.
You can see it.
Let's hold a vote. Can y'all see that, guys? Could y'all see the gold on that sandbar?
Go to this camera. They ain't voting. They already know. So it goes like that.
Let me unzoom. So I have to do this in the control panel. Unzoom. Apply.
That's 3 different colors. Antebellum blue with a whitewash glaze on it. Sandbar with the dark brown wax and a touch of dry brushing of drop cloth, and then it has the dark wax on it and a little bit of gilding wax. And then this one is vintage duck egg with the dry brush of drop cloth and dark wax on top of that. I wish that you could show them the before next to the. I wish we could have done to screenshotted a picture of the before, and then that way you could put them up next to each other. Because if you don't remember, these were that yellow.
Yeah, ugly
yellow kind of is whatever.
90s.
Mm-hmm. This one was red and yellow.
Early 2000s looking decor that you could get at like Target or whatever.
But I think it would be really cool if we had if Ronnie cut 4 strips of wood to make it like a frame. So it's like a frame tile, and then just stain that wood and walnut, just to add a little bit more character, and then it really changes the piece, and it looks like a framed tile. And then you could hang it single on the wall, or 2 and 2 or whatever.
All my framing looks like country style, so it's just square cut.
Just
so
that touch of wood.
There's no 45-degree angles going on any of mine.
Yeah, but just having that touch of wood on it just really, it just makes it look a little bit different. Or it looks, it doesn't look like a tin metal box.
Well, I think on camera they look really good.
I think they look good in person too. I think they'll be really good when they get a frame on them.
This is my favorite. That's my second favorite right there.
I do like antebellum blue with the whitewash. And if the whitewash was too much for you, if that's not how you liked it, you could easily go back over it with a brown wax to tone that white down if you wanted to. I could do that.
Or you could splotch back in with antebellum blue.
If you wanted to tone down the white, you could do that.
Kimberly says she loves them all.
Thank you. So yeah, just a little bit of Dixie Belle paint and some wax.
What would have been cool is if we'd had a darker blue that we could have put with all three of them. Bam, 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 bam.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't trying to do them as a set.
I know, but it would have been, because then it goes dark, medium, white. It looks good though.
The dark one is your favorite. The dark one's her favorite. Yeah, I like the dark one too.
I like the dark one as well.
Antebellum blue is a pretty color. It's pretty on its own, and it's pretty with a dark wax on top of it, and it's pretty with a white wax. You really can't go wrong with antebellum blue. The same thing goes for vintage duck egg. Vintage duck egg looks good with the dark wax, and it also looks good with the white wax or clear wax. Or the white, yeah.
Vintage duck egg's a good color.
It's a pretty color.
Mint julep. I like mint julep the most of all colors by Dixie Belle Paint.
I'm gonna paint that piano bench that we got a mint julep and do something fun on it, like
Oh yeah, we got a cool little piano bench.
A little piano bench, and the thing about like small furniture like that is that you can really do like a really vibrant pop of color and blend it in with your other decor. That's what I like about stuff like that. Vintage duck egg, I think, would be mint julep would be a fun piece to do on that one. It's very springish.
Right.
Very springish. So it looks really good.
Oh, I forgot to show you all this cool cake plate. It's by Indiana Glass Company. It's really cool.
I thought that we did do that.
I don't think we did.
Oh.
Enchanted is what it's called. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I was excited when I found it. It was still in a box, brand new.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. Something from that era in a box, brand new.
Right. So that's that.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions about doing any of this stuff with the Dixie Belle paint, don't hesitate to ask. One of us is going to answer. Now we do have two different art styles, and you guys have only seen mine twice three times because I did a video about a suitcase, I did a video on painting a book, and I did a video on using patina paints. Mm-hmm. So we have different styles.
Different styles of how we do stuff.
And you can pretty much catch mine in the rice paper. That's my style.
When we're not designing it together. But that's what I think is fun about Dixie Belle chalk paint is that you can have.
You can do anything with it.
You can do anything.
Like I said, we did a grunge piece that we thought was never going to move. I couldn't stand it when I finished it. I hated it. But somebody else loved it, and they ended up getting it, and they liked it. But, yeah, you can do anything with it. You can be as creative as you want. You can be as basic as you want. Because they make a one-and-done paint job called silk. It's got your base coat, your top coat, and your primer all built into one paint. You throw it, slap it on your furniture, let it dry, you're good to go.
If I can get a piece prepped by Friday, then I will use silk paint to show y'all silk paint and show y'all the difference in how silk paint works. If I can get a piece prepped by Friday, that's the kicker.
And it's a very hard paint. You're not sanding it off super easy when you're done.
It's your one and done. It's your top coat and your primer, like it's everything. It's all built in. So if I can get a piece prepped, I can pick a silk paint, and they have their own different colors. Silk has its own colors. Yep. There's some of them are similar to the chalk paint colors. You can kind of match them up.
Right.
But they're still different names and everything like that.
And they got 7 new colors coming. I just ordered them yesterday morning.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah. I'm excited about that. But if I can get a piece prepped up, then I'll do it. But that's going to be the kicker is if I can get a piece prepped. with the weather and how cold.
Yeah, we have to prep everything outside. 'Cause
Yeah.
most of what we got now requires sanding.
We did get a desk that we just got a desk too.
Yeah, that now I have to rebuild
That
the front
one's-
of it with wood putty.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys don't know, Bondo came out with a wood filler, and we're going to be testing it. So you'll see that on the video. Because we used a little bit of it on that green dresser, but I didn't get the footage. So this time I'm going to get the footage of me applying
The dresser
Bondo.
is beautiful, and it's an older dresser for sure, but it's got some problems with it that so it's not going to be able to be saved as far as like keeping it original. I'm going to have to
Maybe
paint
just
it.
a drawer fronts.
Maybe.
Would be all we could salvage off of that one.
But it's going to need, but it is beautiful. It is.
Originally, it was a really beautiful piece.
Yeah. If I can save some of the wood, I'll try to, because it's really
Yeah, without
pretty.
what we mean by saving some of the wood is
not having
to paint that.
Yeah,
You know,
if
just
I don't have to paint it and
give it a good
I
clear
can
coat
keep
and
it,
call it
I
a
will.
day.
But like some, I need it to be.
Donna said we're both doing great. Deborah said I really enjoy watching what you guys do. Shout out to May May for telling us about you.
Yes, shout out to May May. She didn't get to go live today because her live is at the studio, and yeah, so.
Tina said, "Love the green dresser you just did."
Thank you. Yeah, that collard greens is one of my favorite colors. It's really pretty.
And for the record, guys, we would have liked to have kept that dresser original, but the sides, the veneer was either broken out totally,
missing,
or it was peeled and cracked away. It had some previous water damage, so what you don't see in that video is me repairing the water damage. Which I wish I would have recorded that, but you know, sometimes you forget to record.
Sometimes you forget to record.
Just like
sometimes you think you hit
bunny rabbit.
Record and you actually didn't.
Yeah.
So in the next video that we got coming out, I completely didn't record an entire step, but whatever. And I'll tell you this too. I know I'm bad about this, especially. I do it in lives and I do it in videos. Like I originally think that this is how I'm going to do it. And then halfway through the video, like of recording of what I've done, I've already changed my mind and went a completely different direction. That's just me. And when I say furniture will tell you what it wants, or the piece will tell you what it wants you to do, that's how I feel. Because like I originally started, and like I said I was going to decoupage it. I didn't decoupage it. I said I was going to dark wax it. I didn't dark wax it.
Lorna says she likes the black and white tables that use the tissue paper.
Yes, and so those are going to the store. Those are 100% finished up. 100% finished.
Yeah, those are going to Tina.
Yeah, Tina's getting those. I 100% have them finished up. They look really good. And I do want to try the tissue paper with the iron-on method to see how that works on.
I think it'll work
with the
really
Mod
good.
Podge. So maybe I can do that Friday too, if I can get around to it. I have a lot of things that I want to do.
Yeah, you got a lot of things you're talking about doing on Friday.
I got a lot of things I'm gonna do. I want to, if I have more time, if I can be like.
I don't think everybody wants to watch for the 3 hours.
I know, right?
Because what you're stacking up now is 3
I'm like,
hours
I want to do this.
We're going to do all that on Friday.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. Yeah, like I was saying though, I kind of changed my mind a lot halfway through the process. So if you watch my videos in the beginning, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this and this, and then by the end, I don't do it.
Cindy, is there a video on how you did the cutting boards you did at the October May event? No, there's not. And the reason being is because we held an online class to match for the people who weren't able to go to the event. So there's no video for that one.
Can you use an already made cutting board from the Dollar Tree?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get the cutting board and you can paint it white with the chalk paint, and then you can decoupage on top of it. No problem. It would be the same thing as like making a block sitter or decoupaging on, you just, the same thing. You give it a white background and then you can put your image on there. For the cutting boards that Rodney made, he made them so they could stand up. So he had 2 pieces of wood on each side, so that way it had like a base.
Yeah. Now I do have a video on how to make one of those. It's really simple.
But you know, if you're just wanting to prop it up on your counter and not make it stand up, yeah, you just paint it white, lightly distress it if you want to, and then decoupage the front of it, and then you can do the back side of it too.
Yep.
That's all you gotta do. Paint it white.
Jay said, happens to the best of us. The wife has a cooking TikTok, and she skipped I can't see what it says. She skipped a step on the video, so she scrapped the whole video.
Oh, see, that's how. If I'm halfway through the project and I miss something, I'm not scrapping that. Nope, you got to take it.
Yeah, I threatened to scrap this last one, but
it's a lot of work
because she's glazing a glass bunny.
I have the bunny painted, and then I have it glazed.
And it's like
no in
a
between.
3 second where she's coming up to hit stop. She actually hits start instead. So there's 3 seconds of the bunny sitting there glazed.
Just sitting there glazed.
It's so funny. But I won't scrap the video. We'll leave that in there and just say, "Oops, I forgot to record me glazing."
That's it. But that's why I can't
Lorna
scrap
said
it.
she could watch us for 3 hours.
I don't know if I could do it for 3 hours. That's a long time.
We did 2 hours and 20 minutes the other day, and Missy was stressed out about that.
I was tired after it was over.
Laying down on the furniture.
It was it was because you're painting nonstop. Normally I can paint, walk away, do something else, and then come back. So it's a little bit different when you're doing it live versus when you're doing it in person. That's why it's like I use a heat gun.
You were doing it on the ground.
Yeah.
She has a cart. I have her a detailer's cart that you can sit on and roll around and be nice and comfortable.
It's at the store,
But it's at the store.
But
we do tons of painting there.
I'd much rather it be at the store than at home because that's concrete floor back there. It's rough. But yeah.
Kimberly said, especially during this Arctic weather.
Yeah.
Cindy asked, where can she see our online classes? We don't have any online classes available right now.
Right.
But I have a whole section on the website. It's when you first visit our website, it's one of the 6 things that pops up.
So, okay, if you're interested in online classes, what exactly would you be interested in doing? Because that's kind of like where a little bit of a block is like, oh, what can we do this? Can we do that? So what is something that you would be interested in doing? And I can tell you, if we could figure out if that's part of our, if we can pull that off or not. Because some things like the cutting boards we make handmade, and then so that takes a lot of time and everything. And it's cold outside right now, so I don't see Rodney wanting to go out there and do that.
So our in-person classes are right here on our website. Right now, there's none of those because the back of the store for where we're doing that remodel's going on, so that's not available. And online, and like we said a while ago, we just don't have anything online yet.
We don't have anything online yet.
We have some huge plans for it.
We do have some ideas, but if y'all have any ideas, if you have something that you would like to, if you have something that you would like to try and you think I can do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. She asked what our website is. It's rustiquerelics.com. I'll post a link in the description. And so you can sign up on our website for online classes or in-store classes. Golly, if I can pull the chat up. I'm having some difficulties with this computer today. Probably because of our internet. There we go. And Jay, if you want to share your wife's TikTok with her cooking TikTok with everybody, feel free to.
Yeah, for sure.
And Jay said that video made his knees hurt. Cindy said, "Thank you for sharing the link." But yeah, so you said if they had some ideas, or
I said if they had any ideas or requests or something like that for something they would like to do, that if possibly that's something we could pull off, decoupaging, chalk painting. I just did those vases with the tissue paper. We could easily.
That would be a good either online or in-store class.
Yeah,
really.
We could do a class.
Especially if you had your own vases, because if you said bring your own vase, then that's a minimal. I mean, that's nothing to it.
Yeah.
Tina said it's the cold weather messing with everything. Probably is. I probably need to check our thermostat too, make sure it hadn't cut in the auxiliary heat and flipped my breakers again.
But yeah, so if you have any ideas or if you come across something and you think, then just let us know. But we do have some things that we're working on, but We have a lot of things that we're working on.
Yeah, we have a lot of things.
Always.
And it's constantly in the works. Can I
Yeah.
purchase the decoupage papers from you? Yes, you can.
Yes.
I'll share a link for that as well.
So you can get them individually, or you can buy a pack, and then if you're also interested, you can sign up for the Decoupage of the Month Club.
Yeah, so our Decoupage of the Month Club, you get 5 sheets of decoupage paper each month before that we mail them all out by the 10th, and it's exclusive to the club for the first 30 days. And then you get a 15% discount on all things on rustyRelics.com because you'll get a coupon code in your email to use.
We could do those vases, and I can mail you the stuff that you would need minus the vase. If you could have your own vase, that would be awesome, and we could do that online. We could do that online together.
Well, Tina, I'd love to do the vases. We could do those locally because she lives local. She got her decoupages today.
Yay! How much is the club?
$18.95, and shipping is included.
So, Cindy, did you see the papers that were in the club, or would you like me to show those to you?
Just
okay.
86.
I see that. Let me see. The Decoupage of the Month Club.
I'll share a link to it as well.
Yeah. These are the papers for the Decoupage of the Month. What camera do you have me on?
We're on the front view. I'm
okay.
changing the camera over to the top view right now.
Yeah.
Overhead only. There we go.
These were the Decoupage of the Month Club papers.
These are January's.
January's, and February's will be mailed out.
February's come out on, they'll be mailed out by the 10th, but February's will be previewed next Friday during our 11 o'clock a.m. live.
Friday live?
Or Friday live.
Yeah,
and
Friday
then we'll
live.
show them again the following Tuesday.
Yeah. So that is January's Decoupage of the Month Club. So you get all of these.
I don't think she's seen any of our papers.
Well.
Luckily, we have all the papers here that we have online right now.
Okay, so this is Decoupage of the Month. These are the ones that we just released today, and they're live on our website. So the bird, you can buy it individual. He's just an extra bonus bird. So you can buy the 5-pack of the flowers, and you would get all of these in a package, or if you're just wanting to order individually, you can order the flowers individually too.
Yeah, it's $18.95 for a 5-pack, and obviously shipping's included in that. Or shipping's not included in that. Sorry.
Right.
Shipping's included with the Decoupage of the Month
Club. And then these were the papers minus one, because I am missing one bird. These are the papers that we have available on the website.
Yep.
This is what we released. Did we release these?
Last
At the 1st
Tuesday.
of January. Yeah, the 1st of the month is when we released these birds.
You should have all 5.
Oh, I think I do, yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty. There's a craft that goes with them. There's not a craft that goes with them. They're just, you just use them however you want. I use these a lot on like jewelry boxes or things like that. Or if I like the cutting boards, I would use these on the cutting boards. I like to use them on just for pictures. Like if I find a frame that has like an old painting or just something in it that doesn't have any value to it, I like to decoupage these on top of it.
We decoupage wood with them.
Wood block sitters, wood signs. I like to use, I use decoupage on everything now. I can't think of nothing.
We use tissue paper on the vases.
On the vases, I use tissue papers, which you can find that on the website too, because we do sell that. That's a 5-pack. Is it a pack of 5?
It's a 5-pack for $3.99.
You get a 5-pack of the tissue papers, which I do have.
I'll share the link.
Yeah. This was the tissue paper that I did on the vases. So you get a 5-pack of this. And this is also what I did on Tina's tables. I decoupaged the tissue paper onto it. Now there's a difference between decoupage and tissue paper and rice paper, just so you know. So if you watch any of the other videos, you'll see there's a big difference between it. This is a lot thinner, and the rice paper is thicker, and this is more likely to wrinkle. That's kind of why I liked the aging look of it, to kind of cover those flaws. And then the rice paper is the mulberry rice paper is a little easier to keep smooth and flat and less wrinkled. Yeah.
I found that one of the tissue papers you use, the pattern is called toile.
Yes. Yes.
Toile. Toile.
Yeah.
It's a French word. There's no English variant.
Yeah, we had to look that one up because of Emily or whatever. But that's those papers. I've used, well, let's see. I was trying to think of everything that I've used decoupage paper on. I've used it a bunch. I'm going to do the trays.
Yeah,
I'm going to do the trays because I think that would be fun, and I think it's easy to get access to trays, and I can show you how to put your decoupage. Even if the tray is bigger than the sheet of paper, you can still use that size decoupage paper and then blend in your paints into the side of it to kind of fade it up. So I can work on that for sure.
We've used it on books.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Suitcases.
Books, suitcases.
I mean,
boxes.
Decoupage is one of those crafts that you can pretty much use it on anything that you have the imagination to use it on.
Yeah.
The difference in decoupage is one is quality, the quality of the image, how it's printed. Will it run when it gets wet?
Right.
So, like we learned with the tissue paper, if it gets a little too wet, it's gonna smear. Yes, on everything you're going to do, Tina said.
Yeah, yeah. You can
Tina,
do it on
you may
jars.
have spelled it wrong, but the pronunciation is that word that you spelled.
Yeah, that's how.
That's how you pronounce the word.
You can decoupage those papers on glass mason jars. You can decoupage those papers on teapots. I mean, because you can.
And then when we start doing block sitters again, I release decoupage papers that go specifically with block sitters, 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch pieces of wood.
Yeah.
And you can always buy the pieces of wood from us online.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're $2 a piece or whatever.
They're pre-stained, so they're just ready to go. Yeah.
They're cut, pre-stained, they're sized, and once we start selling those again and doing those, then we'll release decoupage that's designed specifically for those. And we have kits coming that will have the decoupage papers and the Mod Podge, the paintbrush, and the paint, but they'll be pre-stained, so you guys don't have to worry about staining them.
Yes.
Because stain's oil-based, it's a little bit more difficult.
It's just easier to...
It'll eat up any kind of thing that I can put it in.
And heaven forbid if a jar of stain was to bust in a paint job.
Yeah, that would stink.
That would stink. But yeah, so...
Then they would complain to us about shipping.
If you haven't already, just make sure you sign up for our newsletter, because anytime we release something like that, he'll send out an email. So you can, on our website, you can sign up for our newsletter. So
it's
that
the first thing that pops
emails.
up when you go to rustyeatrelics.com.
Yeah, yeah.
Is sign up for the newsletter.
Sign up for the newsletter.
And sometimes I'll have on there where you can get free, not free. Sometimes I'll put coupon codes on there. Anything that's on sale, it'll go on newsletters. Any kind of big thing that we do most definitely gets put in there.
Gets put in the newsletter, so make sure you sign up for the newsletter.
Yep. Lorna said Twill is big in English and French country decor.
Yes, it is so pretty.
She likes it.
I like it a lot.
As a matter of fact, those sheep I did is kind of in that pattern.
Oh, the next thing that you're working on.
Yeah, because I'm constantly working on
that
new decoupage
French country
papers,
look. Yeah, it's pretty.
Is a constant process.
It's a classic. To me, it's classic. Like, it'll never go out of style. Like, it will always be in. It's always pretty. Yeah, I like it a lot.
let's see. I'm going to put another link up here just in case you haven't signed up for our newsletter. It's right here. Sign up to be on our mailing list, and anytime some big change happens, or we're coming out with some new products, or when we put new clothes online on the online store for the online boutique, which we haven't done that yet this year, but it's coming. We're going to restock that up real good.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for the things that are going to happen this year. This year is a big year. We closed out our year by doing the renovation in the back. We started it with the air conditioner repairs in the summertime, and so we moved past those. This year we got to do fix the upper portion of the roof of the building. We've got to widen our dressing room, and then after that, we're pretty much done after that. Well, we got to get our heaters fixed too.
Until the next thing. Yeah, that's how it's always doing something. Yeah.
Lorna said that style's been in for a few centuries.
Yeah. I mean, it's timeless. It never goes out of style. It's beautiful to me.
It's like those hieroglyphs almost. How people do that. They still do that style on jars or pottery.
It's classic to me. It's one of those things that, it's just always it fits in with so much, but it's pretty. It's one of my favorites. Yeah.
That's it for today, guys.
That is it for today.
Or for tonight.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all watching them with us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Didn't mean to walk on you.
Yeah, we always appreciate y'all jumping on and watching with us and hanging out with us and just talking and bouncing ideas and everything off each other. It's always fun to me. And voting.
Yeah. Voting's so fun, isn't it, guys?
Voting. Yeah. I appreciate y'all guys. And hopefully the goal is to open the store up tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're just going to watch the roads and stuff like that. So if you're, local and you want to come in, just
thank you, Tina.
Just watch our Facebook because we'll post anything on our Facebook if we have anything going on that way.
Thank you, Donna. We appreciate you too.
We appreciate all of y'all so much.
Lorna said, God keep you safe and warm.
Yes. That's it?
Yep, that's it.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all next time. We'll be back Friday at 11.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.